All right. Well, I was gonna do this update in the last video, but I didn't want to draw it out any longer. So, welcome back. If you guys are new here, my name is bradensherron, and this is not our typical video, but it was something that I figured, or I felt like was needed to be made. So, update in this video, and then I got an announcement after we kind of get through what's been going on. So, I'm just gonna cut right to it. A while back, I made a post on the community page about this, and basically this summer, during prime time, I filmed quite a few videos. I filmed, and decided I was just gonna catch up later when it's not prime time anymore, when the weather is not good to go diving. That way I'll have more videos in the end to post and share. But what happened was I got so behind. College started back up. And so I had this archive of about 6 videos left that I was needing to film that I was working on. Really cool videos. Some of the coolest stuff I've filmed. And to talk about one of the days I just jumped into the camera after I was spearfishing, or done spearfishing, and I was filming dog snapper, rockine grouper, and Spanish hogfish, all on the coral leg parts and decks of the rigs. I was filming big schools of giant mangroves, and even just, there was thousands of spinner sharks in schools on the outside of the rig, just in walls. Filming that, it was awesome. This was one day in particular, and I actually had this video done. I had just finished editing it, and the morning I was going to export it, the drive with that video and the remaining others that I was just talking about crashed. I didn't know how or why, it just happened out of the blue. So that made me really sick to think about, knowing what I had on those drives and knowing how much time and effort, just work that went into filming those videos. Yeah, it was gone. I looked into data recovery services, sent my drive in. They gave me the impression that they were going to be able to get quite a bit of the stuff off the drive back, but they wouldn't know till February. This was back in December. Unless I paid like $5 grand, they would to expedite the service, but I wasn't going to do that. So here we are, it's February. Got an email back the other day, and they said the drive was unrecoverable. So yeah, it looks like that stuff will never see the light of day, unfortunately. Still makes me sick thinking about that. And that's why there's been a delay of videos. I was planning on posting that, posting those videos over the past 2 months, because there was kind of a storyline that played into, I guess, the next video that I'm going to post. So I wanted everything to be in sequential order, but that's just not how things are going to play out. So wanted to update you guys on that. That's why there hasn't been any videos lately. Good news is I learned from this. It shouldn't happen again. I invested in this thing right here. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on it, but basically in the future this should not happen again. I've got a pretty secure backup system going now, and I guess the other good news is the next video was on a different drive. I didn't lose it, and it is also one of the best ones I've ever done. It's really well documented. I had some help filming it, and it was an awesome day of spearfishing. So stay tuned for that. It's like a movie. I'm really excited to share it. Really wanted the backstory in the other videos that I lost, but like I said, it is what it is. All right, so enough on that. Now for the announcement, if you will, that I mentioned in the last video. I actually already filmed this. It's a different day now, but I'm refilming it for reasons I'll get into here in a minute. For now, the big announcement. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet and get to the point. Well, After a lot of thought, I've decided to put the Panga up for sale. The OG rig we've been running the last couple years, the boat we've restored, and really the boat that's opened the door for us to get into offshore and do the trips and videos we've done. But why in the heck have I decided to sell it? Well, it's actually really, really simple. I've decided with what we're doing and how far we're running offshore, that if we can consider it I want to go twin engines and I want to size up to a bigger rig. I think that is just the most sensible thing to do. And I think the majority of y'all are going to understand where I'm coming from. I know these new outboards are super reliable. This Yamaha Show is a beast. It's been running flawlessly. But long term, just with what we're doing, as I said, I would rather have twins, and being in a bigger boat would open the door for us to go more, do more, go further, a lot. It's just, I think, the best way to go moving forward with what we're doing and making these videos. So, not gonna go into a whole lot more on that. I could, but truthfully, I think this doesn't need much explanation. I think y'all are gonna understand. But enough on that. It's not really what I wanted to focus on for the announcement. Really, I wanted to gauge interest and see who here on YouTube could possibly be interested in getting the rig. Because ultimately, to size up and go with twins, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sell this boat right here. So if anyone is interested in it, there has been a lot of comments about the Pangas asking about how to get one and whatnot. I'll have my email address linked down below as a pinned comment, as well as in the description box. So you can reach out to me there. I'll be happy to get with you on all the information and details you would like to know. And then if we get some interest, I will make a fully separate dedicated video running down the boat, showing all the features and whatnot. I guess it has been a while since y'all have seen it. I have installed a leaning post here recently. This is actually the one we got when the boat was completed after the restoration. I just cleaned it up and installed it. We'll need new upholstery here soon, but I just decided to run it for now since it's functional. And then down here we've got a custom SeaDek helm pad, which is really nice. I actually showed this in the videos that we lost. But yeah, more on this to come later on. I guess I should also say, as of right now, I'm trying to gauge interest in the boat. I do not know the timeline for when I would be ready to actually hand the keys over. And that's actually why I'm refilming this, because what we're gonna get into next is still up in the air and undecided. Before, I kind of was set on what route we were gonna go. But for now, I'm really keeping my options open. I really wanna make sure we get into the best possible rig we can for what we're doing. So, thinking about it hard, considering everything we can that we could possibly get into. So timeline for this is all gonna depend on what's next. Hopefully that makes sense. I think I covered everything I needed to cover for now. A lot more on this to come. If y'all have more questions about it, I'll be happy to cover it. But really, I think the majority of y'all are gonna get where I'm coming from on this, so I didn't wanna ramble on and on. So yeah, big announcement. Panga is now for sale. And yeah, that's all I've got for this one. Next video, remember, stay tuned for it. It's gonna be a good one. We also have some cool Ponga stuff I filmed here recently that will be following that. So really pumped to share it. Got good things coming. That's about it. That's all I've got for this one. I will catch y'all later.